This is Bick on the drink. Hot takes. This is what we all come here for. Hot takes. Number 1. I'm troubled by this forceful face fucking trend. Every time I type something into a fucking porn search, like if I find a hot chick, I type her name in there. It's like there's a dude like forcefully face fuck. It's just like hard face fuck, gag, like all these keywords in the title. I don't want to see a chick puke on a dick. If you want to fuck it that hard, you just fuck the vagina. You have to fuck the throat of the poor girl. She's not enjoying it. She's crying. There's tears coming from her eyes. Even if it's a gag reflex, you're still making somebody cry. There's nothing hot about that. There are also other things in the news. The Oscars happened. The Oscars should not be watched because the Oscars is just rich people giving each other awards. And it's a form of worshipping the rich. And it's fucking faggoty. And anybody who gives a fuck about the Oscars or who gives a fuck about what they said at the Oscars is a faggot and is also a retard. Next on hot take list. Headline, Stephen Hawking says he knows what happened before the beginning of time. No, he doesn't. Stephen Hawking does not know what happened before the beginning of time. Stephen Hawking is a wheelchair man who talks with the corner of his eyelid, clicking it back and forth or something now. I don't know what he does. He has to twitch in one of his remaining muscles to communicate. He hasn't solved the mysteries of the universe. In the meantime, between getting ALS, he didn't figure out what happened. Next on the hot takes list, headlines. Ketamine may be the new drug for depression. All drugs are drugs for depression. Alcohol's the perfect drug for depression. I'm depressed, I'm drunk, I'm not depressed right now. I'll be depressed a little while, but I'm not depressed for just right now, though. So that's that, the drug works. All drugs make you not depressed for a minute. Hot take number 6. Kim Jong Un meets with the South. That only matters if he closes down the Holocaust labor camps that they have, where they take citizens and make them fucking work themselves until they starve to death and keep families and just beat the fuck out of them. And it's like there's a Holocaust going on and nobody gives a fuck. When we talk about North Korea, nobody ever talks about the concentration camps that exist there. And the human rights abuses are too numerous to count. So anybody who tells you we went to World War II to stop the Holocaust doesn't understand what's going on. That was incidental. We don't give a fuck about Holocaust or concentration camps or any of that shit. Let's see, we got next on the hot takes. We got jail sex coaches offered to trade election info for asylum. They don't have any election information. They're sex coaches. Why would they? And lastly, on the hot takes, we got Catholic woman sues for being sentenced to go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. As an alcoholic and as an anonymous, I identify with this story because there was this atheist woman, I don't know. Alcoholics Anonymous is a religious organization. Some of them open with the Lord's Prayer, some of them don't. but they make you find a higher power. And they say, oh, your higher power can be a tree. Well, can it really? Can you worship a tree? Like, I'm not going to drink because my higher power is a tree. That doesn't work. The steps don't work if you don't believe in God. It doesn't make any sense. There's no atheist version of AA. That's fucking retarded. Anyway, we got some Bick mail. We got some emails, some fan mails. Let's see. We got Dear Bick. Thank you for making this podcast. It's been a great show so far. I really appreciate the effort you put in. And I totally agree with your stance about whatever I was just talking about. Yeah, thank you. I put a lot of thought into that, and I appreciate that. Say that's love Jennifer in Gainesville, Georgia. We got Dear Bick. It seems like in this political climate that taking a moderate stance on any issue opens you up to unprecedented criticism from both sides. In this era of polarization, how would you advise someone strongly opposing both extremes to express their ideas while minimizing backlash? I don't know. That's a terrible question. That's a stupid thought to even have. Okay, what else we got in the Bick? Dear Bick, I thought you said you were quitting drinking and this time you were serious. Well, after this time, this is the last episode, so this time I am serious. So, this time I actually am serious for real. So, go fuck yourself. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this Bick on the Drink, you should visit our sponsor at Amazon. Home Improvement on Blu-ray Season 9. Includes the unaired episodes where Jonathan Taylor Thomas has sex with his mom, and they have to have a family talk about Jane's yeasty vagina. And the episode where Tim the Toolman Taylor bullies his wife into an abortion because Tim didn't want to wear a condom and she forgot a pill. Also has the long lost episode where it's revealed that Wilson doesn't show his face because he's a pedophile who raped JTT. But, they're still friends because it wasn't that big of a deal.